What's up, guys? It's your boy Ship the Cookies here with another episode regarding UFC 280 going down this Saturday, October 22nd. Guys, this is the most epic fight card of the year. Make sure you tune into this one. I'm going to go over this fight card with you guys. I'm going to give you my pick of the night, and at the end, I'm going to give you my 10 unit size betting. So let's start here at the bottom. We have Armen Petrosian versus Aj Dobson. Armen being a minus 220 favorite here. He is the bigger fighter, really good striker, good scrambler. I like him in this fight. I feel like he's going to get the TKO here. I think he's going to be too much for AJ. At a minus 220, I'm going to go with Armen Petrosian. Next, we have Zubera Tukaga versus Lucas Almeida. This is going to be a good fight. Zubera coming out of Khabib's camp. And Lucas Almeida, very talented on the ground, also on the feet, 14-1, great record. However, I feel Zubera's got more octagon experience. He's a really good grinder. I feel like he's going to be able to get the takedown here, avoid the submission, and grind out a victory here. So at a minus 160, I like Zubera. So that's who I'm going to go with. Next, Vulcan Osmir versus Nikita Krylov. Both these guys, strikers, they don't like to go to the ground, so I feel like this fight's going to take place on the feet. I like Osmir here at a plus 140. I feel like he has more power, and I feel like he has the ability to get the KO here. So at a plus 140, Vulcan Osmir. Next, we have Mahmoud Muradov versus Cal Barajo. I really like Cal Barajo. This guy is a jiu-jitsu ace at a minus 210. I feel like he's going to get the rear naked choke on Mahmoud here. Mahmoud does have a lot of KO power and good on the feet. But, I mean, Barajo, if he fights his game, gets the takedown, which I think he's going to get fairly easily, and works his way to the back, gets the rear naked choke, it's a wrap. So actually I was torn between him being my pick of the night, but he's a minus 210, and I feel like he's going to get the job done anyways. Next, I have Bala Mohammed versus Sean Brady. This was a pick'em, and then it started favoring Sean Brady. He is 15-0. However, this is a big step up for him. Bilal at a plus 110. He's fought a lot of the tough guys in the upper echelons of the division. He's a grinder, great record himself, 21-3. He gets his fights done via unanimous decision. He takes guys down, he grinds them out, he outworks them, and I feel like he's going to get this job done too. I feel like he's going to avoid the submissions of Brady and grind Brady. Just stay on top of him and be able to outwork him. So at a plus 110, I'm going to go with Bilal Muhammad on this one. Next, we have Caitlin Chukagian versus Manon Fiorot. Both these girls are really tough. Manon's looking to make her way and challenge for a title here, and Caitlin is like that gatekeeper. She's got on a 4-fight win streak. However, she has problems with the girls at the top. So to get to that belt, you got to go through Caitlin, and she is very tough, good on the ground and good strikes. However, I feel like Manon is a little bit more talented on the feet, and on the ground they kind of equal each other out. So I feel like Manon at a minus 200, she avoids the takedown and uses her boxing to get the victory via decision here. Next, we have Benil Darush versus Matthias. Now, this fight was my pick of the night. Benil being my countryman, I really like him. However, I feel like he's outclassed in this matchup. Matthias Gamrot, exceptional fighter, great scrambler, really good on the feet, good power, good on the ground, good takedowns. Benil has good strikes. He is a very talented jiu-jitsu ace. However, I feel like he's flat-footed, and Gamrot moves around a lot, and he packs a really hard punch. So I feel like he's going to catch Benil and get that KO, if not TKO here. So at a minus 188, Matthias Gamrot, he is my pick of the night. Next, we have Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley. Peter Yan minus 275, Sean O'Malley plus 225. Sean O'Malley, very dangerous in the first round, long rangey fighter, very fast. However, Peter Yan, he's fought the best. The guy's a smart fighter. He knows that he has to avoid being in distance and avoid the strikes. So he's going to work his way in. And I feel like if he uses his takedowns and is grappling a little more in this fight, he'll be able to finish Sean here. Sean is dangerous in the first round. However, he slows down. And Peter Yan has amazing cardio. He'll be able to push this fight the whole way. So that's my prediction for this fight. Peter Yan via decision or TKO. Next, we have Aljamain Sterling versus TJ Dillashaw for the 135-pound belt. This is going to be a competitive fight. I like the line on TJ Dillashaw, plus 140. That's who I'm going to go with in this fight. I feel like he outworks Aljamain on the feet. He's got better wrestling, so Aljamain's going to have a hard time taking him down and using his superior jiu-jitsu. So on the feet, Dillashaw is a lot better. He can fight in both stances, a lot of movement and a lot of power too. So on the feet, Dillashaw wins. If Aljo manages to get the takedown, he has to still get the submission. And TJ is extremely hard to submit, and he scrambles really well. And if he gets taken down, he always gets back up. So at a plus 140, I feel like TJ is going to be a little bit too much for Aljo and be able to outwork him, outpoint him in this fight, and get that decision victory, if not TKO. And last but not least, two of the very best of their division, Charles Oliveira, the champ, versus Islam Makachev. Now, when the lines opened, it was fairly close. Islam has been the favorite from the beginning. And right now, the lines sit at plus 150 for Charles and minus 175 for Makachev. On the feet, I like Charles in this fight. Islam's a very smart fighter. He's not going to give the edge and fight the fight that Charles wants to have. He's going to work the strikes and get into that clinch, put him up against the fence and get his takedown. Charles isn't going to be able to avoid that takedown. I feel like he's going to get taken down and grinded for most of this fight. And on the feet, I feel he might get the better of Islam, but Islam is much improved. And I think he's got the physical power edge here. So as long as Islam gets these takedowns and stays on top, he's really good at jiu-jitsu too. So he'll be able to avoid some of these submissions. He has to be really careful though in that first and second round, because Charles is going to be very strong still. So if he sinks in a choke, I think he'll be able to finish. But Islam is also very talented on the ground. So it's going to be hard for Charles. And I think he's going to have his hands full in this fight. I feel like the way this fight can end is either Charles by KO or guillotine choke, or it's going to be Islam just grinding him out to a decision or staying on top and getting that TKO. I like Islam's in this fight just because he's training with the best guy in the world, Khabib, and his style has been improving throughout time. So not that Charles hasn't been, but Charles does get hit a lot, and I feel like he is the weaker fighter in this matchup. So I'm going to go with Islam Makachev via decision here at a minus 175. There you have it. Those are my predictions for this fight card. You have my pick of the night, Matthias Gamrot. I'm going to give you my 10 unit size betting now. So let's start here. My pick of the night, Matthias Gamrot, I really believe in him. So I'm going to place 5 units on him to return a plus 2.66 units. With the other 5 units, I'm going to split it in 2 parlays. The first parlay I'm going to place 3 units on, and it's going to include Armen Petrosian, Matthias Gamrot, and Islam Makachev. And that will return a plus 250 units. So placing 3 units will return you 7 units profit. Next, we have 2 units left. So I'm going to place those 2 units on a parlay of Peter Yan, Matthias Gamrot, and Armen Petrosian. Also include Cal Barajo in that one too. So 4 fights in that one. 2 units will return a plus 350. So placing 2 units will return you 7 units profit. So yeah, that's my 10 unit size betting. 1 heavy on Matthias Gamrot and 2 parlays. I hope you guys like my predictions. I hope you guys tune in this weekend. The fights are going to be absolutely epic. I can't wait. And let's do this. And let's ship the cookies.